Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to this live this morning, beautiful morning here in Bali, guys. And in today's live, guys, my promise to you is I am going to show you how you can get more than 1 million views and more than 8,000 clicks every single month going to your business, to your money pages, all this for free. I'm going to show you the proof. I'm going to show you my screen. We're going to get there in a second. Now, you can do all this without running ads, without being a designer, without being an expert in copywriting or anything like this, and without you having to craft a strategy. Okay, so I'm going to basically first we're going to go jump on my screen. I'm going to show you kind of like how that works, the results, and then we're going to go through the strategy that was used to do this. And then afterwards, I'm going to show you how you can go and actually apply it in your business yourself. Okay, so first of all, let me get to the stats. Okay, so hopefully you can see the stats here. Let me refresh this for you guys, just so we have the most accurate stats. There we go. So this is the back end of my account. Okay. So you can see this is the performance in the last 30 days. We have 30 days worth of data here. Okay, so look at this. So these are the numbers. This is the amount of people that have actually seen my content here, the engagement, and the number that actually matters for us is this one here. It's outbound clicks. So what does outbound clicks mean? It means people who actually clicked and went to your business. All right. All the other metrics, they don't really matter. Okay. It's what happens on the platform and stuff. What you want people to actually go on your profile, on your sales page, on your webinar, and actually buy stuff from you. Okay. And this is the number that we're looking at. So here we have a graph that will show you the progression, and let me change that to what the one that's of interest. So we have engagement, clicks, so all the other ones here, they don't really matter. What you want sales, right? So this is the one we're looking at. And you can see the number of clicks that this thing has generated every single day, okay? So it's not linear. It's not the same amount every single day just because, but you can see that in total, this was about 8,000 clicks. 8,000 clicks on this account, okay, for the last 30 days. So I want you guys to take a second and ask yourself, okay, what would I do for my business if you had 8,000 clicks that were going over to your money pages? And then I'm going to explain, when I say money pages, I'm going to explain what I mean by this. So that's my first question to you, is if you had this amount of clicks going to your money pages, even with a crappy conversion rate, okay? Even with a, let's say 1% conversion rate on all these clicks, all right? This is 78 sales. So how much is your product, right? So for example, if your product is $100, that's $7,800. Just there, right? Now, if your product's a little bit more expensive, then you just run the math. But this is completely free, guys. It's completely free and it's automated, all right? So that's the first thing that I wanted you guys to look. And now, it's not just how much money you can make out of it. What's very interesting for me is how much money you can actually save. So if we have a look, these are the stats. And it's not me. I'm basically asking, Google, and then Google's using AI and stuff to compile the data. But the average cost per click is something like $8 and $1.88 or something. So let's refresh that. See if we will give us the. So yeah, it's between this and where's the average? All right. So the average. Well, let's say here it says $1. Let's even consider it's $1, but it's closer to $2 that people pay for clicks. So now depending on what business you're running, you know how much you're paying for clicks, right? Me on average, what I see is about $1.88. Okay, but let's even consider that it's $1. Okay, this would have cost me close to $8,000, right? Close to $8,000 that I did not have to spend. Okay, and automated. It's completely automated. All the content, all the graphics, all the everything, the posting, everything is completely automated. Okay, and so when you look at it, is in terms of profitability, because that's what you want at the end of the day. You want to be profitable. Okay, so imagine that in order for your competitor to do the same thing as you, they need to spend $8,000 more than you, right? Just to make the same amount of sales. How much of an edge is it over the rest of the market? Okay, so you understand what I mean? So this is the power of the strategy here. Now, there's something that I want you guys to understand, is every business that I meet and all the business owners that I talk to, they all have the same problem. They tell me, dude, I do not know where to get traffic. Everything else depends on you. You can decide to go make your landing page. You can decide to record live like this. You can decide to do a whole bunch of things. It just depends on you. It doesn't depend on the market. Now, for people to actually arrive on your website or on your page, on your sales page or whatever, it depends on the market, depends on people. And let's be honest, we all have the same problem. Everybody has a problem. They're like, dude, I don't know where to get traffic. I have this beautiful website and there's nobody going on it, right? So you spent God knows how much time building that website. It's full of great information that will change people's lives. But the problem is there's nobody on it. And because there's nobody on it, then you make zero money, okay? And it is frustrating. I've been there. And that's the reason why I came up with the system. I've been there because I believe that what I have to share with the world, it has value. It can help a lot of people. But I was stuck in a place where I had zero traffic and it was frustrating. And that's the reason why people give up. And maybe it's you. Maybe you're like, dude, I'm ready to give up. I'm putting all these efforts and I'm just screaming in the void. Nobody's listening to me. And it sucks. I know it sucks. And that's the reason why I came up with this stuff. Okay. So this is the main problem that I see when I talk to people. Every time I talk to people, they're like, how do you get traffic? Oh my God. The only thing they know is to run ads. And running ads, there's a learning curve. And that learning curve is not a free learning curve. It's a very steep learning curve and it's very expensive. And people run a few ads and then afterwards, guess what? They're out of money, and then they're out of business and they will just basically give up. Okay. So today, this is not just a tool or it's not just traffic. This is let's say the future, let's say the resilience of your business. Because I can guarantee you can be like really, really strong-minded and stuff. If things are not working out and you see zero results, zero traffic, zero nothing for everything you're putting in, then you're going to give up. A lot of people are going to give up. The ones that don't are the ones that are able to do this for like 4 years without seeing any result. And yeah, that's hard. Like I can tell you, that is really hard. All right. So anyway, so this is why I came up with this methodology here. Now, one other key point that you guys need to understand is this, and this is where a lot of people go wrong, is, oh, well, I don't want traffic from this network. Or, oh, is it Google? Oh, no, I'll rather have Facebook. Oh, is it Instagram? Oh, no, I don't want Instagram. And I'm like, at the end of the day, what do you want? Do you want traffic or do you want sales? Right? So at the end of the day, like, because people get so caught up in the details, okay? At the end of the day, you're a business owner. What you want targeted people to see your product and to buy your product. Do you care where they come from? No, you do care in the sense that once you understand where they come from, maybe you want to get more of those people, right? But that's the only reason why you care. It doesn't matter where the person came from. It really doesn't matter. I mean, unless it comes from something shady or whatever, but you understand what I mean. So for me, I want buyers. I don't care if the buyer came from Snapchat or they came from LinkedIn or they came from blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, it's the same for me. It doesn't matter. So don't be one of those people who makes that mistake. The mistake of, oh, well, it's this platform. I'm not interested in this platform. Dude, there are buyers on this platform, okay? And this is what you're looking for. You are looking for buyers, and you're looking for, these are highly targeted people here that you see there, and I'm going to explain how and why, okay? So this is a specific network. So I'm going to talk about the network now. So this is Pinterest, and I'm going to talk about Pinterest, and so that's the reason why I told you this before, is don't be the person who says, oh, it's Pinterest, I'm not interested. No, it doesn't matter. On Pinterest, so for example, let me ask you something. Do you have an Instagram? Probably. Do you have a LinkedIn account? Yeah, probably. Do you have a Twitter account? Probably, okay? So you are the same person who's on Instagram and who has a LinkedIn. So it's not, oh, I only take LinkedIn people. People are on every network. What you want is people. You don't want the network. You understand what I mean? And if you understand this, then this is when you're going to be able to have success. You're not limited to this random social network. It's just a device. What you're looking for is the person behind it. And people are not one-dimensional. People are on many networks, okay? So now I'm going to explain there is a difference between the networks in the sense of kind of like what people are actually doing on the network, the state of mind they're in when they're on the network. It doesn't change who the person is. It changes the intention, okay? And this is why I need to show you this. A lot of people, are sleeping on this network called Pinterest because they don't know what Pinterest is. Pinterest is a search engine. A search engine. And this is very different from a social media. So what is the difference and why this is the most profitable of them all? Of all the networks that you know, it's the most profitable of them all. Why? It's because of intent. So let me explain something. When you are on Instagram, for example, and you're the same person, okay? But when you're on Instagram, you're not there actively looking for a product. You're just scrolling, right? You're scrolling, you're catching up with your friends, with your family, or what is it that they're doing, okay? This is what you're doing. And then you get interrupted with some ads, something. And if it's interesting enough, you're going to check it out. But this is not what you were there for, okay? Now, this is where Pinterest comes into play. Because on Pinterest, people are actively looking for whatever it is that's going to be in their face. So it's as if let's say, to give you an example, you're walking down the street and there are all these shopkeepers and shop owners who basically have signs that say, oh, buy my cheese, buy my burger, buy my... No, you're just going, and if there's a burger that looks nice enough, maybe you're going to buy the damn burger, okay? Now, with Pinterest, you went into the shop. You are in the shop. You're looking to buy something. You're looking to buy, let's say, a mattress, okay? And once you're in there, you will say, where's the aisle of mattresses? And then they will show you all the mattresses. So think about the difference in mindset. You are ready to buy at that moment. And this is exactly what happens on Pinterest. So on Pinterest, all these things that you see here, why are there so many clicks? It's because people are looking for something very specific. And when they see it, they click and they go buy, okay? Now, so let's have a look here. Facts about Pinterest. Guys, this is ridiculous. Let me try and zoom so maybe you can see better. Let me do that. Okay, so guys, I want you to pay attention to this. 85% of people who are on Pinterest, 85% have purchased. And shoppers on Pinterest are they spend twice as much money as any other platform. Twice as much money of any other platform. Probably that platform where you're telling me right now, no, I only want buyers from that platform. They're spending twice as much. All right. Why? Because of what I just explained. Because they are in a purchasing mindset. So now, again, some people are missing the point here. They're attached to the network. You need to be attached to the intent and to what was the person doing at that point. And if there's a network that you need to be on, right? It's Pinterest. It's not Facebook. It's not Instagram. It's not LinkedIn. When you go on Facebook, you're not there to buy something. You're not, right? You're catching up with friends and stuff, and maybe you're in a group, you have a question or whatever, right? When you're on LinkedIn, you're checking out some news or something. You're actively trying to buy something. When you are on Pinterest, you are looking to buy something, okay? So again, if you understand this, you'll be one of the people who have a chance to start making serious money, have better conversions, and less stress. Because again, people don't understand Pinterest, and a lot of people are just attached to, oh, my platform. Okay, so now that this is out of the way, let me try to explain the benefits of Pinterest. In addition to this, people are spending a lot of money. Okay, but here's one of the biggest advantages that I've found about Pinterest. One of the biggest advantages is that with one Pinterest account, you can advertise anything. Okay, you can do real estate, you can do consulting, you can sell cars, you can sell socks, you can sell whatever the hell you want. Okay. What does it mean? Why am I telling you this? Well, yes, technically I can do the same thing with my Instagram. Yeah, well, if you have an Instagram that one day sells socks and the other day sells cars and the other day sells God knows what, people are going to be like, you're wishy-washy, I don't trust you. So on those other networks, you will have to build a separate account for each type of product that you want to sell. Okay? So same for LinkedIn. You cannot have on LinkedIn, well, I serve business owners and janitors and and I don't know, school teachers and retirees and unemployed people, right? People are going to say, dude, you need to pick. You do not have this problem on a network like Pinterest. Why? Because of how it's built. And this is crucial because let me show you how it's built. So the way it's built is that on Pinterest, you can create something called boards, okay? These are boards. And you need to consider every single board like a separate business. So I can basically just here, let me show you. Let's say I want to create a new business today, and I want that business to be about cars. I will come here, and I will create a board, and I will call it cars. Cars. Right? And then create. And that's it. Now, every time I put something in this board, guess what? It is going to be of interest of people who are interested in cars. Okay? And you can see I have many, many, many boards in here. Okay? So you can basically create as many like sub businesses as you want. So this, guys, maybe some of you guys have you've never been on Pinterest. So it was my case. Me, I was like, well, Pinterest is just, I think like the facts about Pinterest, if we check those facts, it was in the beginning, was mainly for women. All right, so let's have, say that Pinterest inspires them to shop when they aren't there. Where's the, so there were stats about Pinterest. Yeah, recent. So back in the days, Pinterest used to be like 90% women. And, because I'm a dude, I was like, dude, that's not for me. All right. And I slept on this platform for God knows how long until I realized how it works. And now you can see that the numbers are increasing. So now you have like 40%, I think it was said here somewhere, 40% are male. So now it's kind of like balancing, okay? But it doesn't matter, male, female, etc. Well, it does matter if you're selling like wedding dresses, for example. You probably want women to wear your wedding dresses. You never know. Anyway, but so the reason why I was saying this is in the beginning, I thought it was just for women, and and I thought it wasn't for me until I realized the potential of this stuff. And people are only telling you about the flashy ones that everybody talks about, because everybody just says the same thing, right? Now, here's a lesson for you guys. If you want extraordinary results, don't do ordinary stuff. Don't do what everybody's doing. Take the time to understand stuff that they don't know. And what most people don't know is the power of a network where people are there to buy. Okay? So, for example, Google Ads. Has any one of you guys tried Google Ads? So Google Ads is the same thing. On Google, so which one of you guys is on Google just scrolling endlessly and doing nothing? No, you're searching for something, okay? So you can see the psychology when you go to Google is you're searching for something. The psychology when you're going to YouTube is, so either you're just watching some entertainment or something, or you're doing research, you want to learn stuff. So when you go there, you want to learn, all right? And ideally for free, all right? When you go to a place like Google Shopping, right? So there is a tab. I don't know if you guys, that's the thing. Probably you guys have never noticed this, okay? But when you go to Google, you have a tab here that says Shopping, okay? So let me open it like a new Google tab. Okay, Google. And here we're going to type, I don't know, like green shoes. Sorry, I lack inspiration this morning. Green shoes, okay? Now, if I go to the tab Shopping, what do you think I am trying to do? Do you think I'm looking for information on the... No, I am looking to buy. I am considering what is the price of this stuff. This is why Google Shopping works like gangbusters. If someone clicks on shopping, they are looking to shop, my friends. It's just as simple as this, okay? And probably some of you guys have never been there. And I'm saying this not because oh, I'm smart, you guys are idiots or something. It's because it was the case for me. I didn't notice this tab for years until I started using it for, I had like an e-commerce store, and then I started using it. But before, I didn't see it. I didn't have to interact with it. So why am I showing you this? So I want you to understand the parallel between Google Shopping and Pinterest. Pinterest is the same thing. It's the same like state of mind. Is people are looking for, and I'm going to show you how people will use. So they will come here and they will say green shoes. All right. Well, I don't know why it says. You did give me some results. I don't understand. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, anyway. So now so here I have the shoes directly. It's very visual. And let's imagine I'm super fancy and I'm like, oh my God, this is the shoe I have been looking for all my life. I'm going to click here. This is the outbound clicks that I showed you before. All right. And then guess what? Here, I'm going to buy it straight away. This is the power of Pinterest. This is how Pinterest works. And this is why when I'm showing you this here, you have to understand that these clicks, these are not just people saying, oh, well, let me ask a question about the meaning of life. These are people who are trying to buy something, okay? They will type stuff in here. So what is it that, like, especially if you're doing like e-commerce or something, right? They will type some stuff in here like, I don't know, like, living room inspiration. Okay, this is how people will use it. Okay, I do not understand why. Living room. Oh no, it says my pin. Ah, that's why. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it because it was looking in my pins, so that's why I was like, dude, what is this? Sorry, guys. So if we try our green shoes again, green shoes. Yes, indeed, I didn't post anything about green shoes, so that's why. All right. So someone is typing green shoes. Check this out. Now they have, you know, outfit for men, blah blah blah. But they have look. They're like, oh yeah, let me see. Oh yeah, I like the shoe. Bam, they're buying it. Okay. Now same. I think this was living room. People are like, wow, this living room is just the best. I really like the style. Guess what? They click on it, and they will go here, and then I'm pretty sure you can you can have stuff here that says, oh, this is the couch, this is the blah blah blah. This is how you make the money. Okay, so I want you guys to understand kind of like the mechanics and the frame of mind that people are on at when they're on Pinterest. Now, why is it important? Okay, and let me explain something. So there's a concept. I want you guys to understand this concept there. It's called horizontal scaling. Okay, and this is what I do. Came up with this term. It's basically the nature of Pinterest. Again, as I said, is you are not pigeonholed to a specific category. You don't have to make a Pinterest account about green shoes, and that's all you can post about. You can post about anything as long as you put it in the right board. So what does that mean for you? So for someone who's not business oriented, it just means, hey, I can categorize my inspiration from my house, from my living room, from my bathroom in different boards, and blah blah blah. For someone who's just using Pinterest just for inspiration, that's what it is. For someone like me and like you now, you consider this as a separate business. And if you know what you're doing, you can create business entities every single day. Because remember what I showed you is people are looking for something. When they find it, they click on it, they go buy. And remember, on Pinterest, people spend twice as much as any other network, twice as much. So when you consider this, what I do, especially on Pinterest, I have maybe 20 different businesses that are running on Pinterest. 20. They're running side by side because the only thing I have to do is to post amazing content in the relevant board. And I link that pin to a product that I sell, and people click, they go, and they make me money. And I can make money in any market, in any category. Do you understand? And horizontal scaling is, instead of having one business that you're trying to take to the moon, okay, let me add and add and add and add. I create multiple businesses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they just run all at the same time, right? And it stacks up, right? It basically they add up. So even if they don't make a sale per day per business, in aggregate, it compounds to actually amount to a lot of money. Okay, that's the first thing. I use the law of compounding. It basically just adds up. It stacks up. I stack up many businesses. Okay. Now, secondly, if one of my businesses goes under for whatever reason, because one thing that I can guarantee you guys is change, right? Change. Things will change. So your business is working today. Maybe it's not working tomorrow. So if one of those businesses, one of those boards, it doesn't work anymore, guess what? I just lost one. I have another 20, right? If I only had that one business, I go under, right? I just go under. I lose everything. So I use this, and with automation. So let's forget about automation for now. I want you to integrate this notion of diversification and horizontal scaling. I scale my income and my life horizontally. I build one business next to another. So these are tiny businesses that it takes less than a day to set up, and then they're automated and they just run. Okay, and that will protect me against change, against like bankruptcy or something. Because, dude, it's not like I'm dependent on one income stream or anything. Or no, I have so many that I'm good, I'm safe. So I can give you an example of this if you like on my YouTube channel. For those of you guys who have time, I'm going to show you on my YouTube channel. I made a series back in the days when I was demonstrating this concept to my mastermind members. And where is that playlist? So there's a playlist here. Let me show my screen here. So there is a playlist here that shows 27 of these income streams there, and a playlist here that says a day in my life that basically shows me basically checking the stats every single day and showing you exactly how much I'm making from where and stuff like this. And you will see, like, so this is 27. I think that I showed like 2 extra in there. So there's 29 of my income streams, and I've recorded this like a few years ago. Now I'm up to about maybe 60 or something, all right? And not 60 because I have a gazillion number of employees and stuff. It's simply because I understand the power of Pinterest, all right? And a lot of these things are built here on Pinterest, okay? So now you might be telling me, oh, wow, this is very cool. So what I want you to remember so far is what? Is lesson number 1. A buyer is a buyer, okay? So don't be attached to the platform. Don't be attached to where they came from, okay? I mean, unless they come from like drug money or something and you don't want to get in trouble. But so behind Facebook, behind Instagram, behind YouTube, behind that, there's the same person. So don't be like, no, I only want traffic from Instagram. No, okay? Don't be attached to the platform. What you have to be attached to, more than understand that there's one person. You have to be attached to the person, okay? And what like frame of mind, what state of mind was that person in, okay? If I am interrupting you while you're doing something else, the likelihood of you buying from me is going to be lower than if you were looking for stuff and then I'm right there when you're looking, right? So this is what you want. This is what you need to focus on. So second thing is this network there. People are not talking about this network. And this is where you can make the most money. Okay? So again, I'm basically showing you the facts. People on Pinterest are twice as likely, they spend twice as much money as any other platform that you know and that you use. Twice as much money. Okay? So if you're one of those people who says, no, I just want to be on Instagram, I just want LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's you. That's your loss. Okay. Here you have, this is where everybody is. And this is where the smart people are, right? So the smart people who are basically using that to their advantage. Okay. So that's the second thing that you want to remember. Now, I want you to also remember what horizontal scaling is. Okay. So there are so many people right now on the internet who tell you, yeah, you need to scale this business to 100K. And if you're not making 50K a month, you're a nobody and stuff like this. Okay. No, it's not true. You just have to do high ticket, don't do low ticket, don't do blah, blah. It's not true. Okay. You can have tiny businesses that just stack up and that work one next to the other. Now, indeed, back in the days, it was more complicated because there was no automation, there was no AI, there was no blah, blah, blah. So if you had to run 10 businesses, you basically, it was taking your time. Today, it's not the case anymore, okay? Today, you can run 10 businesses. And to the, let's say, the question of, do you need to do high ticket? Do you need to do low ticket and stuff? Here is my answer, okay? And I'm just going to appeal to your logic, to just basic logic. Look at the list of the top 10 richest people on the planet. Okay, we're going to do that. Top 10 richest people in the world, okay? Oh, sorry, I need to share my screen here. Top 10 richest people in the world. All right, so yeah, let's go to Forbes, okay? And I'm just going to prove to you that a lot of the things that you hear is complete BS, okay? And it's just basic logic. It's just that people, and this is what gets me, sometimes people don't take the time to think for a second. Okay, why did I go here? So, okay, so we have this list. So we have Elon Musk. Okay, what does Elon Musk sell? Well, he sells cars, and then he sells like rockets and stuff, and some like random stuff, cars and rockets. Second, Jeff Bezos. Does he sell cars and rockets? No. He started selling books. And now, guess what? He sells a whole bunch of stuff on his website. Are these high ticket stuff? No. Okay. Then he has other things. Mark Zuckerberg. Does he sell high ticket stuff? No. He has a social network. Okay. Larry Ellison, Oracle. So does he do the same thing as all these guys? No. He has enterprise software. Right? Bernard Arnault. What does he sell? He sells luxury goods, LVMH and stuff. Warren Buffett, what does he sell? Nothing. He invests. Okay, so anyway, so what is the message that I'm trying to give you here? People tell you, oh, the only way to make money is this. If it was the case, all these people will be doing the exact same thing. They will all be in the same business. And you can see that with any business model, these people, they have a search engine. With any business model, you can make money. Do you understand? With any business model, you can make money. Amancio Ortega, so Zara, he sells cheap clothes. Like it's like the good, I don't know, like I'm not a woman, I don't know. I know they do Zara for men. But does he sell, like, for example, you have the this guy here, LVMH, they sell like really expensive and high-end stuff. He sells lower level, right? So what does that tell you? This is what gets me sometimes when I talk to people. People do not take the time to think for a second. What did that list tell you? You can make money with anything, with any business model. So don't listen to people who tell you, yeah, you only need to do high ticket. You only need to do low ticket. No, it's not true. You can make money with anything, okay? And once you integrate this, then this is when you're going to actually start becoming a smart business owner who can actually see the opportunities, not get distracted, but understand the market. You can make money with anything. And when I say make money, is your goal to be in that list of the top 10, blah, 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 I want to be a billionaire? No, not necessarily, right? What I'm saying is, don't listen to those people who tell you, yeah, you have to do high ticket and stuff. I don't do high ticket. Right? For the most part, yes, I have some stuff where I do high ticket, some stuff where I don't. Okay. So now that you understand this, let's go back to our Pinterest here. So, and we're going to go back to these boards. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So we're going to go back here. Okay. So remember, I told you that each and every one of these boards, if you're smart and if you're a business owner, if you understand the power of Pinterest, you can literally create a business by going here and then putting, let's say, cars or electric cars. Imagine now I want to sell electric cars, okay? But you might tell me, well, Martin, that's good, but I only have one product. Right? I don't know anything about cars. I don't know anything about anything else. So, can I leverage the power of horizontal scaling? Well, glad you asked. Because indeed you can. Let me show you something. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to, we're going to do it like a Google search. Google. Okay? So, let's imagine you want to start a new business, okay? So we have our Pinterest here. Let me move this stuff there. So you want to create a new business here, okay? And let's say we want to do like enterprise software or something, okay? So, or artificial intelligence. Yeah, let's say artificial intelligence, right? And you're like, man, I'm passionate about AI, but I'm not a developer. I don't know how to create an AI and stuff. Look at this. So AI tools, affiliate programs. Okay. Now, here you have 20 best AI affiliate programs, blah, blah, blah. And you can just go in here and find one. Okay. So Jasper and stuff. I don't know when that list is from. Okay. But Okay, in video AI or something. Okay, this one here. So this is a tool that allows you to make like really, really cool videos. Okay. And here you can just become an affiliate. They pay you 50% of every month. Okay. It's recurring, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it will be a recurring commission. So 50%. And what's the price of this stuff? So there you go. So for example, if someone buys this package, you'll make about, so people are more likely to take this one. Okay, you'll make about $60. If someone buys this, $30, $17. Okay, so all you have to do is to click here, become an affiliate. I think I'm an affiliate for this stuff. I'm an affiliate for a whole bunch of stuff. You fill this form, and then afterwards, they will give you your unique link. And then guess what? You come here, you create a board, you call it, AI videos, right? AI videos, or like amazing AI videos. You create that, and then all you have to do is and you can even grab content from these guys, and then you can put it there. Or let's say this is a tool that you're using yourself, and you can basically showcase the stuff that you've done, and you're like, wow, this is what I've done. This is the video that I've produced this morning, right? So at the same time as you're producing this video for you, then you're going to put it there. Now, for example, I'm just thinking about this, like the benefits of this. I'm just thinking out loud. So imagine you are creating this amazing piece of content for your business, okay, with this in-video tool, okay? You're using in-video for yourself. So when you create this video, the video is awesome, okay? You can put it in there. So what is it going to do? It's going to do two things. So it will promote your business because the video is about your business, right? And so some people will actually go and buy. They're like, oh my God, this is fantastic. Now you make a sale that goes directly to your pocket. But with the same video, you could say, oh, by the way, I made this with this software. And then you put your affiliate link. And you have two income streams right there. Wow, this is amazing. All right. So again, for those of you guys who didn't understand where I was going with this is, remember I told you, you can create a new business here. So you're like, well, I don't have any products to sell. I don't have a developer to create my AI software, but you don't need. I told you, go in here. For example, this is just an example, right? But do it in any category. You basically find an affiliate program, and you sign up for free. You create a board, and then you just post in here. Okay. Now you have to know kind of like what works and how to post for this stuff to work. Obviously, there's a sign. You can't just show up there and then you think you're gonna get the same results that I'm getting. So these results here that I'm showing you, where I have like close to 8,000 clicks, right? You need to know what you're doing, but basically, if you go, there is far less competition there in terms of marketing. That it will be a lot easier for you to like stand out. You know what I mean? So right there, I've just given you like a business idea. For now, I just want you to understand the concept. You can have a one-stop shop where you can build any business of anything you're interested in. So look at your passions. What are you interested in? What do you like? For example, me, I like basketball. I'm a big fan of basketball. So I could go in there and I start a basketball board, because since I love basketball, I know what basketball players like. I know the sort of shoes and gear and stuff, or the basket or the machine that helps you for to do your drills and your shots and stuff, and the cones that you need to buy. I can very well go in there and then start putting the stuff there, and then there is an affiliate link. You know what I mean? So you can do that with stuff that you're passionate about, and you can do that with anything, with any affiliate product. And so when I was showing you this this playlist that I have on my YouTube channel. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you go to playlist, so these my 27 passive income streams here, and this here, a day in my life, it's the same concept. So when I tell people, well, I have many income streams, people are like, oh yeah, you're lying, it's impossible. Well, it is possible. It is possible, because here's the thing. Let me explain what you need to have a business and to have an income stream. For you to have an income stream or a business, you need three things only. This is a super important lesson. You need three things. People like to make it more complicated than it needs to be, and that's the reason why people fail, and that's the reason why people don't start businesses. Three things. You need a page. On this page, you need a product or a service, and then you need people to go to that page. That's it. If you have those three things, you have a business and you can make money, right? And if you use my strategy, which is horizontal scaling, you can create multiple businesses that will work one next to the other, and then they aggregate to create a whole bunch of cash. Okay? Now, what I mean by this, I'm showing you the numbers here. These are the numbers of people. So tell me, have you ever had that many clicks? Like, just go look in your Facebook ad, in your blog, in your blah blah blah, etc. And again, this is right now I'm showing you this one account. I have many accounts simply because of how I manage them. And I'm going to show you afterwards how they're managed. They're completely automated. So I can have like a dozen of those running, which I do. There are a lot of them. So I'm just showing you one here. Okay. And so what you reckon will happen if you had that many clicks, and if you knew the facts about Pinterest, that people shop twice as much as other shoppers? This translates to a whole lot of cash, okay? But again, we're not here. My thing is this. My goal is not the cash. My goal is having an awesome lifestyle, okay? My lifestyle is awesome because all this is running right now while I'm talking to you, and I don't have to grind too much for that to work. So at the end of the day, when I build those things, it's not to have a business, is to have a lifestyle. Okay. And this is what I can bring you, right? I'm not going to make promises of, oh, you're going to make $1 million. You're going to make this, blah, blah, blah. No. I can give you a lifestyle. I can give you a great life, peace of mind, and make sure that everything is done for you. Okay. So just wanted to say this. Now, how am I? So you can go ahead and do this. Okay. Let me just retrace the steps here. So what you want to do is you want to understand what Pinterest actually is, okay? So what Pinterest is, which is a search engine where 85% of people have bought, okay? Then you want to go and you want to create your own account, and then you want to create boards that you want to consider these boards as a business. Don't go there just to pin stuff. Consider it as a business. Every board is a new business, okay? And then once you have done this, before you create a board, you will go out, you'll find an affiliate program, for example, for that market. Let's imagine this one for like video marketing. And then you basically create content around this, okay? And then you post it. That is basically how you do it. It's very simple. Now, here's the thing. There's a difference between simple and easy. Okay? I said it's simple. The process is very simple. There are very simple steps that you need to follow. Now, the execution is not necessarily easy. Okay? So the concept is simple. The execution could be more complex because it does require work. Okay? And this is where I can help you in the execution, right? I can basically give you the plan that you can go and execute. But for the execution, in order to make it a lot simpler, a lot easier, then I can help you, okay? But let me show you first what the sort of stuff that you could do and that I do, for example, to make my execution simpler. So I'm going to show you one level above what I just showed you there. That makes things a lot simpler. And then I'm going to show you the ultimate level where everything is just done. I don't have to do anything, okay? So, all right. So let me get back to my computer here. So this is level 2, okay? On level 2, this is what you can do. So if you don't know, and let me come back here first. So you need to create content every day. Okay, and you're like, dude, I don't have content ideas. I don't know. Blah. So if and you don't have time to go and do research and stuff about content, what you can do, you can get you can have other people do the research for you, and then you take the proceeds of what they did, and now you have content ideas. And then based on those content ideas, you can put it in like a different machine, and like a prompt or something. You create the content, bam, you go post it. Okay. So this is exactly what I'm going to show you. I made it easy for myself. So this is stuff that I'm using internally. I'm going to show you one way of doing things. There are many ways, and then I'm going to tell you about the fully, completely automated way of doing this. Okay. So here, basically, I created this tool. This tool helps me not only for Pinterest, it helps me for everything, absolutely everything. This workflow there, absolutely everything. Okay, you're talking, Instagram and LinkedIn and email, everything. So basically, the concept is what is I basically have this tool, and this tool is watching YouTube channels for me. So it is finding the videos that are of interest for me. It is putting it in this list, okay? And then it is going to watch those videos for me. And then at the end, what it's going to do is going to basically go in each video, and it's going to give me ideas of what was discussed in that video. So in the morning, I don't need to worry about, man, what am I going to post about? I just come here and I just look in this list. And if I see something that I like, hey, there you go. First, earn your merits, then your content will have authority. Okay? So this is good. This is good. This is great. So I can take this, and then boom, I can create content based on that. I can create a whole like blog post saying, hey, look, before you go out and tell people what to do, then you need to have done it yourself. You know what I mean? So this is basically what this means is, don't fake it until you make it. Make it first, and then afterwards blind. Okay? And I can create content on this. I can create videos. I can create blah, blah. I didn't have to rack my brain. It's there. Okay? So you can do like, if you had a tool like this, and I'm going to explain later, where you can get access to these to these things if you want. Okay? But I'm showing you my day-to-day. I have my content idea, and then I will go and boom, I will create a piece of content based on this. And so this has been created by someone who's very, very high in my market. They're like the top dogs on the market. So I know they've done some great research and stuff. And I take some of the gems from their content, and then I can create some content around this. And the content will be in the form of a pin, for example. Now I will build a tool, and the tool will create the pin automatically based on this. But I don't have to worry too much about the idea. Where do you get the ideas? Bam. Okay. So that's one way of doing things. There are like other ways that I can show you here. Yeah. So that's so now, if you wanted to do the same thing, okay, what would you do? So what I would suggest you do is, and you can do this today yourself, is create some sort of like repository of like ideas. Kind of like Pinterest. That's what it was created for. It's like a repository. You create a board, and then you put like inspiration or something. So find a way to create some sort of like inspiration for you, like curation. So you're curating, I don't know, articles and newsletters or something, blah, blah, blah. And you have an easy way to kind of like scan it based on maybe the title, based on the subject line or whatever, right? So you wake up in the morning, you check, you're like, oh, this is great. I really like this concept. And then you go out and you create the content, and then boom, okay? And you can do this for anything, for your own newsletter, for your LinkedIn, for your blah, 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 etc. Okay? So you do that, and then you create a piece of content that is related to the affiliate program that you selected. So for example, we picked artificial intelligence. So now you're going to create some sort of repository where you can get inspiration for artificial intelligence. And then every morning you're like, oh, I like this. You create the content, bam, done. Okay. You can do this for anything. All right. So go try it today for free. Just, you see, the principle is very simple. Now, the execution, how you compile the whole thing, where you get the data from, is it from blogs, is it from emails, is it from blah, 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 that's the execution. It can make it, less, I'll say it's not necessarily easy, right? But the concept is very simple, okay? So this is what I suggest you do, right? Now, me in my case, what I did is, well, I decided to automate the whole process. So now I showed you level 2. Now I'm going to show you level God, okay? So level God is, I have a bot that is basically doing all this stuff for me, all of it, right? All this stuff for me. So my bot. So here's my process. And so yeah, let me explain the process first. There's something that works even better than what I just told you. Is do not reinvent the wheel. If you're able to understand what works, then you can basically take that and then reuse it. Okay? So, for example, on any network, if you're able to get all the posts that got the highest number of views, the highest number of comments, the highest blah blah blah, etc., well, it's an indicator that people are interested in. Okay? And so that takes time for you to scroll on, let's say, on YouTube, or you scroll on LinkedIn, and you're like, oh yeah, this post got a massive engagement, let me have a look, and yeah, etc. Right? So you understand the mechanics. Find something that worked, then you add your spin to it, rewrite it, and then reuse it, and make sure that it's according to your values and stuff. Okay? Well, now I have tools that do this for me. And here's the thing. I have like a unique tools that people don't even know exist, and people don't know that this feature actually exists. Because, for example, if we go back to Pinterest, right? We're going to Pinterest, and we're going to back to a search. Okay, if we search those green shoes, oh, not in my pins, all pins. There we go. Okay, green shoes. So you can see here. Well, I only have green shoes here. I don't know which ones are popular and which ones are not, because I don't have any of the stats. Well, 99.99999% do not have those stats. I do. I know I can see stuff. So I came up with something. I can see stuff that you cannot see. I know exactly which ones I should go after. Remember those LinkedIn posts, the ones that had, let's say 1,000 comments versus the one that had one comment? Which one would you pick? You'll definitely pick the one with 1,000 comments. So I can do this here, right? I have a technology that allows me to know everything about every single one of the pins that you see here. So I know exactly which one I should go after. Okay. So here's my process. Here's what I do, and what I encourage you to do on any network is, here, let's imagine I know that, for example, this one is the one. And I know not because just I like it, because of the numbers. I have all the numbers of every single one of them. And I'm like, okay, let me pick this one. And then I will remix this one. And then I will put my spin on it. And then I will have my affiliate link on it. And then I will post it, because I know people are interested in this particular shoe. Okay? So now that you understand the concept of how to do it manually, of course, if you do have the data, then so for example, I will show you how we'll do this on like YouTube. If we were to do like, let's say, weight loss, okay, just so it's a little bit clearer. So weight loss, what I will do here is I will basically check those videos here, and I will check the number of views. This one had 2 million views, this one had 9 million views and stuff. So what am I going to do? I'm actually going to base my video on whatever I want to do on this one. It had 9 million views. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to, this one had like 21 million, but it's I don't know, it's a challenge for something, all right? But you understand what I mean, right? I'm not going to take the one that had one view, right? So we're going to do basically, if you can, and me, I do have the technology, but you're going to do the same thing. You're going to find the ones that worked like gangbusters, and then you're going to reuse them, right? And so what I do myself, so these stats that you can see here, this is the result of that. I basically have a tool, and the tool, that's what I do is I know, because I know which pins are working, then I have an automation that's going to do the rest. It is basically going to recreate some of those pins. It's going to analyze why the pin was working, and then it is then going to create all the copywriting based on the best practices, because I know why. So if the pin was working, for example, we know that this pin was working. So it could have been working because of the image, or because of the text that was in there. Because again, remember, Pinterest is a search engine. So I know. So if I click on this, I know what was written there and stuff. So basically, my bot is then going to analyze all this. It's going to understand what made it viral, and then it's going to go and kind of like recreate the same thing and put it in the right board. And so this is why you see a whole bunch of stuff here, because it's posting in like deciding which board and stuff to put it on, with like decisions and stuff like this. And at the end of the day, guys, I end up with something like this. Okay. Now, forget the nitty gritty of what the automation and stuff does. What you need to understand about this automation, there's one thing that you need to understand, is the automation is doing it, not you. That's all you have to understand. You don't have to do it. It's being done for you. Okay. And when it's being done, guess what? It is delivering results. That's all you need to remember, is you get results without you having to do the work, right? And why do you get results? Because of the strategy that was used, which is identifying what already worked, and identify why it worked. Was it the graphics? Was it the text? Or was it both of them? Then recreate something like this and post it in the right place on automation. And you do not have to do any of it. Okay. So this is how I'm able to create this empire here. And this is not, I have many accounts in here. Now, again, I spent a great deal of time explaining you something about Pinterest, about this. Forget the network. Remember what I said, forget the network. It doesn't matter what network it is. At the end of the day, what you want qualified people who are ready to buy to go to your page. Is that what you want? If that's what you want, then this is for you. Okay? It doesn't matter if they're coming from the moon, if they're coming from Snapchat, if they're coming from blah, blah, blah. If they are qualified and they have the credit card in their hand, do you want them in your business? Yes. Okay? So they could come from LinkedIn, from Instagram, from it doesn't matter. They're qualified, they have the money. And this is what I suggest you to integrate. Okay? So now, here's what I have for you guys. So I've given you the blueprint. You can, let me come back here. You can actually go and do this yourself. You have the steps on how to do it. Okay? Find what already works. Find out why it works, and then be able to like reproduce it, like create your own version of it and post it in the right place and attach it to, let's say, an affiliate program or your own product. 5 steps. Very easy. Okay, very simple. Sorry, very simple. Now, execution, it's not that easy. Okay, this is why I have something for you guys. For those of you guys who saw the results, you understand the mechanics, you understand the business sense that's behind, and you can see what it's going to do for you and for your business. Now, this is what I have for you guys. I have, and let me bring that back up here. This is what I have for you guys. I have a whole system. This system here, the traffic automation Avalanche that you see here, is exactly what I demonstrated today. Okay, and in here, I'm basically everything that I explained. I'm basically explaining everything to you: how to build the machine, how to automate everything, and how to monetize it like a boss, and how to take it to the next level. So not only am I going to show you the mechanics and the strategy, I'm also going to give you, remember this stuff here? I'm going to give you this. You're going to have yours, and you're going to be able to apply it to your own business and have the same thing that I'm doing here. you will be able to do the same exact thing. All this without having to spend 10 years learning it, without having to code anything yourself, and without having to struggle. Okay? So this here is absolutely amazing. What I like to do is, again, probably some of you guys don't know me. For me, the proof is in the pudding. First, I show you the numbers. Okay, I'm not making some promises of, oh, yeah, you're gonna get this, and I show you some basic screenshots, or just make like empty promises. I show you the numbers. This stuff works. I show you the results. I explain to you the process of why it works. And now I'm doing it automatically. I've already created all the system to do this. And today, if you're on this live, you have the opportunity to get into the system as well. Now, system is very powerful. So I am not going to accept more than 10 people. I don't want to give my system to too many people. So it's going to be for 10 of you guys. 10 of you guys, if you're interested in getting that same system, go to this URL now. It's martinebonge.com/avalanche. Avalanche, why? Because you are going to get an avalanche of traffic. All right? You're going to get an avalanche of traffic. What I showed you here, this traffic there, you're going to get an avalanche of traffic, and you can send it anywhere you want. You can send it to your own products. You can send it to affiliate products. You can send it to your partners. You can do it for other people. There's so many ways of monetizing this stuff. So in the course, I'm going to show you how to monetize like a boss. There's not just one way of monetizing this stuff. I am monetizing this like crazy. Okay. And again, guys, I have in my, if we go back to my playlist here, the proof is in the freaking pudding. If you go to my YouTube channel, you go to my playlist, you will see that this is what I do every day. I show you 28 of my income streams, and I show you like my day to day. Okay, I made this series back in the days when I was putting the finishing touches on my horizontal scaling thingy. Okay, so anyway, if you guys are interested and you want access to this, go to this link, martinebonge.com/avalanche. Okay, and you will be able to get your hands on this. Now, let me explain something to you. So right here, again, as I said before, I saved, you could potentially save, here in this case, something like $8,000. Okay, like bare minimum, $8,000. It's more like 15, because the actual average is like $1.72 or something per click. So this is about 15 grand. So getting into this program will help you save 15 grand per month in ads and stuff. Okay, 15 grand per month. And imagine that you don't have to pay for anything. You have clients and buyers who are coming to your business, and all your competitors, they have to pay for ads, they have to get suspended and stuff like this. You win. And you are going to be able to create any business in any niche, because now you understand the mechanics. And again, in the course, I show you everything. I show you how to build everything, how to take it to the next level, how to scale, everything, right? So sorry, but so you build the machine, how to monetize, how to take it to the next level. And I show you, kind of like the process that I use to basically, at the end of the day, right now, this was, I think like 2 years ago, something that I recorded this, I don't remember. Now I have double the income streams, double, simply because I'm just following the process. Every single day, I'm following the process. Now, it's not even me, it's my team. I have a team, and that's what they do for me, okay? So I have documented everything here, guys, and you have an opportunity today to snatch it, okay? So again, this is going to be for the first 10, okay? Then after that, I am basically going to refuse people. So if you want this in your business, then you have the link right here. Go ahead and click on the link and get the program, okay? Now, yeah, that is pretty much it, guys, for me. So if you guys had you got some value from this live, please go ahead and sign up to the channel. Just leave me a comment there to tell me what was the biggest aha moment for you guys in here, because I think that if you integrate basic concepts, you can basically change your life, and this is the way to do it. Okay, again, the first 10 people will get the deal of a lifetime, and they will get access to a system that will basically not only guarantee you like uh, buyers, but it also guarantee your peace of mind, because you're going to be able to build multiple businesses that run at the same time, and they give you a kick-ass lifestyle, because at the end of the day, this is what we're after. Okay, anyway, guys, thank you very much for sticking with me, and I will see you on the other side of that link. Again, only 10 people, and then after that I will remove it from the list. I'm going to block the payment page. Okay, anyway, thank you, guys. If you did like it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Just leave me a comment, and I will see you guys tomorrow maybe, or in the next one. Okay, all right, I'll see you there. Thank you very much. Bye.